asking now, why do we write H2 if the symbol is H for the hydrogen? Why do we write always H2, H2 and H2? Why it is H2 and why it is not He2 for helium? Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Because helium exists in atom. Helium exists in atom, like in single atom. But H2 exists in two atoms combined together. That's
Ma'am,
like
shouldn't it come in compound?
Compound means when two or more different atoms, that is compound.
Okay.
Okay, like in compound, when we have two or more different atoms. Okay.
But more different molecules also we can tell, right?
Yes, different molecules. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
What are molecules? When we have two or more than two atoms.
Two or more atom together.
Yes,
Atom
they
is the
make
smallest.
molecule, that is, yes, atom is the smallest unit.
Yeah.
They make molecules like H2. H2 is a molecule. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, like H2 is hydrogen gas. We call it a molecule. Okay.
Okay.
Harshika, listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. H2 is we can call is slightly different from helium because of its composition. We can write H2 pure. H2 is pure element. Okay. It's slightly different from helium because of it is composed in molecules. Helium is composed in atom, single atom, not at composed single atom. Okay, and the composition of hydrogen, you may write it include two atoms. That is the difference between helium and hydrogen, right? It is composed of molecule. We can H2 is composed of
And composition of H2, I can't understand what you wrote, ma'am. No, ma'am, I can't understand what is after
H2. H2 is slightly different from helium. Like composition of H2 includes two atoms. Includes two atoms. You just simply write H2 is composed of molecules. You may write this. H2 is composed of molecules only. Okay. Okay. Harshika. Okay. And the H2O, H2O, which is a compound when we have two different atoms. or molecules. Compound, when we have two or more different atom or molecules combined together, they form a compound. They should be pure. And in case of mixture, when we have two pure substance mixed together, two pure substances mixed together, right? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Okay, the example of mixture as I gave you in that day, salted water.
Is it pure substances or
Pure. When we have two pure substances mixed together, they form a mixture. Like salt is a pure substance, water is a pure substance, H2O. Salt is also a pure substance, NaCl. Okay. We also have two atoms. Okay. But when we mix both of them, they made a mixture.
yeah?
Okay. So pure substance NaCl plus H2O. So mixture. Pure substance always have a constant composition, we can say. Pure. Actually, listening now.
Yes, ma'am.
Pure substances always have a constant composition. Okay, but in case of mixture, we have variable composition. Okay, like this is the mixture. The salted water is a mixture. We can change the composition. We can add more salt or more water, right? But in the case of pure substance, we cannot change. Like we cannot take H2 and O2 as water. We cannot change the composition. That is no more water. H2O2 is something different. Okay, NaCl is water. We cannot write Na2Cl. We cannot add or subtract. Okay, right? Like if we have a solution of water and salt. Actually, listening now, why are we being so unresponsive today? Tired or something?
Uh, very little.
Very little tired. Okay, I was also.
Because I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
So I woke up at 5.
And I even went
Okay.
for swimming class. So that's why.
Okay, have you eaten something after that? After the swimming class?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take an example. Like if we have two beaker, okay, two container, and there is H2O water. Okay, H2O and H2O. You can see this beaker is a little wide than this. Okay, that means the quantity of water isn't same in these two beaker. Okay,
Yeah, it's different.
if I add 5% of salt, 5% of salt in this, okay, and 95% water. Okay, so we call it 5% salt solution. 5% salt solution.
Ma'am, can I just like do that experiment now in my notebook?
That is not experiment. You may write, but that is not the
Yeah, that's
experiment.
what for writing I just by mistake told as experiment.
So you're writing it.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'll give you time to write it, but first understand this.
Okay.
If I add 10% salt to this NaCl, okay, so this is 10% salt solution. Okay, they both are the mixture. We can change the quantity of the salt. We can change the quantity of water as well. Okay, that is the difference between mixture and if we take another two beaker, let's say, and we have water in both of them. Okay, this is 100% pure. This is 100% pure. Okay, 100 ml of water, let's say. H2O, H2O. If I take some water from this beaker A to beaker B, the composition is not changed here. Okay, the water will be the water, the H2O will be the H2O.
Okay.
Okay, but here if we take the water from this, the 5% solid 5% salt solution to this beaker, the composition will be changed. Okay, because we are adding a salt in this, salted water in this, right?
Okay.
Because it
Yes.
is 10% salt solution, it is 5% salt solution. But if we have this one is also 10% salt solution, and then we take water from this beaker to this beaker, then we have no chance to change the composition because both the mixtures are same. But understand the things, we can change the composition in case of mixture, but in the pure solution, the pure substance, we cannot change the composition, we only change the quantity of that. Okay.
Okay.
We can say like we can control the composition of mixture. Once the composition have changed, we have the mixture. If we are able to change the composition, if we are able to change the composition, so how do we change the composition? By adding something, by subtracting something. Okay, we have H2O. Suppose if we add sugar in this. Okay,
Okay.
if we add sugar here, if we add sugar here, okay, then we have changed the composition because it is now no more single H2O. It is something H2O and C6 C12 H22O11 something. Okay,
Ma'am, it is actually sugar is CH1206. I mean
sugar
O6.
is C6
Ma'am, I'm
H
seeing her. Ma'am, sugar is CH1206.
CH12O6 you are saying.
Yeah.
No, actually C6H12O6 is glucose, and
Oh,
that is glucose, and C12H22O11, that is table sugar. We call it sucrose. Table
okay,
sugar.
ma'am.
You may
Okay,
write.
ma'am. So you're meaning that
Now if we add the sugar in this, that is a sugar mixture. That we
sugar
can
is
change the
sugar
composition.
is
Yes,
equal to C12H22O.
H2O11. That is sucrose. Okay, table sugar is
Overall,
sucrose, and C6H12O6 is glucose.
table sugar or sucrose.
Yes.
Okay. So,
SUC SUCROSE, sucrose.
okay. Glucose is C6H12O6. 1206. Okay.
Okay. Any doubt in a element or compound? You know the difference between element and compound. Both are the pure, but what is the difference? Element is the composition of
Element
an
is
element is
just one
atom.
atom, and
Yes.
compound is molecules of the same like H2.
No, element can be made up of molecule like H2, H2,
Yeah.
which is a molecule that is element.
Okay.
That was the difference between helium and hydrogen because this is made up of atom and this is made up of molecule, right?
Yeah.
Another thing about mixture and the pure substances like mixture, we can break them down by break them down into composition, into components by physical process, right? Okay, mixture we can break them down into its components by physical process. Writing something?
Ma'am, can you just show it? Ma'am, by physical powers.
Physical process, sorry, PROCESS. Physical process like boiling and filtration, evaporation, all of this. Okay. Hello. Right. And the pure substances, we can break them down into its components by chemical process. The pure substances, we break them down by chemical process. Writing? Hello? Just write the same line as in the mixture.
Chemical process.
This we will discuss. In the pure substances, we can break them down into its components by chemical process. Pure substances by chemical process and mixture by physical process.
Okay.
Have you written?
Yes.
Okay, what are physical process like if we have salt solution, H2O plus NaCl. Okay, we have H2O in this beaker. Okay, and we have NaCl as well. Okay, and if we provide it heat, the water will evaporate. Okay, Then we are left only with salt.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
all the molecules are going to boil up of this water, right? That is the physical process. That is the physical process. Now we are left with only NaCl. That's how we separated the H2O is compound. NaCl is also a compound. This is pure, this is pure. Okay. When we break them into its components, right? That the solution is made up of. Okay. NaCl is left. H2O is gone now. We separated them. Okay. So our job is done here. We separated them.
Yes, ma'am. Can I
First,
just draw it?
yes, you can. You may write this. Okay. May I see what you have? Okay. But what is this? Write it in a proper way. Na? Very neat. This should be very neat and clean. Don't copy me like as I'm writing you roughly, so you will write like me.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and I have to write more clear. This is not good thing, but say आप ऐसे क्यों लिख रहे हो?
But ma'am, I can't understand, ma'am, what you're telling me.
What you can't understand? This process.
Yeah. No, ma'am. You told me to write neatly, right? I wrote neatly. I think you can't see because there's not right light.
I'm just saying you have to write it very neat and clean. You
Okay,
cannot
ma'am.
understand what you have written.
Okay, ma'am. From now on, I'll try to.
Yeah, you're 9 years, 9 or 10, I guess.
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
To
Today
improve your
we wrote.
handwriting.
Today
Do not copy me.
I actually got a bump in my finger.
What?
I actually got a I don't know what to say. I got a bump in my finger. Two of my fingers. I have the bump from when I was small because I put very different way. Today I there's no words, so that's why.
Okay. So like a physical process is done. Now we will understand what is the chemical process to separate their components, to break them into their components, chemical process. Now understand carefully. chemical process. Like if we have H2O, okay, this is H2O in a beaker. All right. Now we have two metal rods, metal electrodes.
Okay.
Okay, two metal electrodes. All right. What do we need for this beaker? Okay, H2O, two metal electrode, electrodes. They can be made up of graphite. Two metal electrode, any metal electrode. Okay. Now a battery via
Ma'am, what is that, ma'am? Two metal.
electrode, electrodes, electrodes. This. Okay. Now what we need to do, we just need to do connect it with a battery. This is battery. Okay. And with the help of wire, we will
1 second, ma'am.
connect it.
Ma'am, it's electrodes and battery and what is that, ma'am? What is it, ma'am? Wicks.
Wire. This is wire. I will label the diagram. Wire. This is battery. These are electrodes. Okay. And we need salt as well. NaCl.
Ma'am, want it burst?
What?
Ma'am, want it burst?
Not getting. What you wanted burst? Where is it written? Battery? Beaker?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Won't it burst, ma'am, because we are putting it in water?
No burst. We'll see. Okay. Written? Noted down. These are the things we require: beaker, water, two metal electrodes, a battery, a wire, and a salt. Okay. Okay. Why do we need salt to improve the conductivity of the water? As only water is only water doesn't conduct electricity very well. Okay. So we add salt in it.
Okay, ma'am.
So what is the process? How does it work? When we connect the battery with these two electrodes, hello. So all the ions like H2O, the salt will stay here. H2 will collect here and O2 here. Okay. How? In the form of bubbles. There we can see small bubbles. On one of the electrode is of hydrogen and other electrode it is of oxygen. When we turn on the battery and the current flows through it, right?
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. H2 will be in bubbles on one of the electrodes, and on the other electrode we can see the oxygen bubbles. Those bubbles are the gas bubbles. That's how we separated them. After some time, the water
Oh, it's H2 and O2. H2O.
and
Water.
O2. Yes, H2 is gas. O2 is gas.
Oh. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
That is the chemical process. This is called electrolysis. This process is called electrolysis.
What, ma'am?
Electrolysis. ElectroLysis.
Ma'am, water is weak in conductivity.
It's not so good, but when we add salt in it, because in the salt we have ions, NaCl. It is positive ion, it is negative ion. So it is very easy to current to flow through them.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, so
Water is not a weak, water is, no, water isn't weak, but just to improve the conductivity, we add salt to faster the process of this.
Okay.
Okay. So H2O breaks into H2 and O2. Okay. Okay. And if I ask you, CO2, is it a compound? Is it a mixture or something else? CO2, carbon dioxide. Hello?
Hello.
Is it a compound or a mixture or what? A element? This can't be element. It has
Yeah.
two different types of atoms.
Yes, ma'am. It is a compound.
It is a compound. And if
Carbon
iron metal, the symbol of iron is Fe. What is it? A pure element, compound, or a mixture? What? It is again a
it's a
pure.
pure one, ma'am.
Okay. And if I ask about brass, what is brass? Brass is, you were asking, na, what is alloy?
But ma'am,
Hello?
what is alloy? Yeah.
Alloy. Yes, alloy
And
is a
ma'am, what
mixture
is
of
zinc,
two.
ma'am?
Zinc is again a chemical.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, alloy are the mixture of two types of metal. Alloy isn't pure. Alloy is not pure.
Okay.
Mixture of,
Ma'am, so brass is an alloy.
yes. Brass is a mixture of copper and zinc. Copper plus zinc. That made brass. Brass, we can call it a solid solution. Okay. Give me right.
Ma'am, so zinc is a chemical.
Hmm.
Ma'am, it's a metal.
What?
Ma'am, is zinc a chemical or
Metal. Call it a metal. Okay, tell me about air. What is air? Pure, mixture, compound, what?
You're telling me to know where air, what air is.
What air is? Mixture. Okay,
Okay, okay.
air
Air
is
is
mixture,
mixture. Yes,
and we call it a homogeneous mixture.
yes, homogeneous.
Okay, in
Got
homogeneous
it.
we have uniform composition.
Okay. Ma'am, what is it called as? I didn't hear properly.
Uniform composition. Homogeneous. The meaning of homogeneous. Uniform composition like means the composition everywhere of that material or solution. The composition is same. Uniform like you know the meaning of uniform. Like as you go
Yeah,
into
it
school,
is
you
the
wear
same one.
uniform.
Like
Yes,
in our
yes,
school and all, we put the same.
yes. That is called uniform. Okay, so if we have
Yes.
the same composition everywhere, that is the homogeneous mixture. And as I gave you the example, sorry, as I gave you the example of heterogeneous mixture, like sand in the water. Okay, sand in the water, the salad, the
Yeah.
composition, the composition is different, not uniform in heterogeneous.
Yes. I can't understand what you're meaning.
What is the meaning of uniform and not uniform composition?
Yeah.
Hold a second. Mama, like, when we have salted water, okay, salted water, water gets salt gets dissolved in the water.
Yes.
Right. When we have salt in the water, we have the same composition all over the water. The composition is same. That water dissolve equally everywhere. Okay, we call it same. We call it uniform composition. We cannot say the like in this portion the water is more salted. Here the water is less salted. Okay, the
Yeah.
water dissolve equally everywhere. And in the heterogeneous solution, when we call it not uniform composition, like when we have sand, it gets settled down. Okay, so we have different composition. The composition of hair is different.
Over
The
here, there's more
composition,
cucumber. Over here, there's more tomato. We can tell like that.
yes, the composition. If we have this, we have cucumber, we have tomatoes. Composition is different. Composition is different, not uniform. Okay, that is the meaning of uniform and non-uniform compositions, right? Okay, if I ask you what is about 24 carat gold, it is pure or something. It is pure element. Pure element, na?
Yeah.
Hello. And if I
Yes,
ask
ma'am.
you that 14 karat gold, it is impure. It is a mixture. It is an alloy,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
What
14
happened?
karat gold is alloy.
Yes, 14 karat gold is an alloy
How
because we
gold
because
is
we mix
alloy?
another metal. Na? 24 karat gold is pure gold. 24 karat and 14 karat doesn't mean the quantity. It is the composition. Like if we pick a solid the out of the earth and somewhere it is this is gold, 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 gold. Okay, but here we got some different metal mix. We cannot find gold in its purest form from the earth. We had to refine it. We had to purify it. Gold, again gold, another metal. Okay, again gold, another metal. Okay, that is impure gold. The gold we wear, it is pure gold, 24 karat gold. The gold we wear.
Okay.
Hello. So
Hello.
we can call it a element, the purest. Gold is not compound here, it is element. 24 karat gold. Okay, Hashika, have you experienced whenever you wear any fancy or metallic jewelry or ornaments, you got allergy sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, because that is not good. That's
I
an alloy.
actually don't have allergies. And 14 karat
Some
gold
people
is
have.
alloy. 14
No,
karat.
14 karat gold is not alive. 14 karat gold is element. It is the purest
No, ma'am.
form of gold,
14, ma'am. Not
wearable.
24. 14.
14, yes, 14 is an alloy. Because in 14 carat, let's if it is a 14 carat, that means the 14 portion or the 14%, not percent, but out of 24, there are 14 elements gold only. The rest of them is of a different matter. We call it alloy, right?
Yeah.
Some people have allergic to it. Allergic to alloy, but nobody is allergic to gold. It is pure alloy. That's why we wear gold and silver and everything.
And I think some people are allergic to silver, but not gold.
How can it be possible? Maybe that silver is not pure. But sometimes, but not sometimes, always when I wear
Some people are
that
like allergic
fancy earrings.
to right? Some
What?
people are allergic to diamond, right?
Allergic to what? Dye?
No.
So,
Diamond.
diamond. Nobody is allergic to diamond.
Oh. So
Nobody is
nobody is
allergic.
allergic to
Nobody
any.
is no any pure metal. Nobody is allergic to any pure metal.
Oh, only for 14 karat they might be allergic.
Not at 14. The composition may be different, and not means that doesn't means of pure metal only. If we wear pure iron, we are allergic to pure iron. We cannot wear.
Yeah.
Some people like I cannot wear any alloy. I can only wear gold.
Oh.
If I if I got any chances, na, like I have to go in the party or somewhere, and I wear the jewelry and all those ornaments, fancy ornaments. So as I come back, the first thing I do is removing all of them. In 2 to 3 hours, I got pain or allergy.
Oh.
So what we have done today, pure elements were like helium, which is made up of single atom,
Yeah.
hydrogen, which is also pure, which is made up of molecule two atoms. When we have same kind of atom, those are element, pure element. Okay, when we
Okay.
have only single atom, one atom only. Hello,
Yes. Hello.
yes, that is the example of helium. And when we have two atoms, that is molecule, two atoms that is made up of that made molecule like hydrogen, H2. Okay, and the compound when we have two or more than two atoms combined together, that is called the compound. Both are the pure. Okay, elements and compound both are the pure. Hello, and
Hello.
make sure you know when we have two pure substances mixed together, those are called mixture. Okay,
Oh, okay.
and what and we do what we did, the physical process and the chemical process. The physical process we use to break down the composition of mixture only, of mixture. But hello,
Hello.
yes, the where do we use chemical process? I'm asking.
And chemical process to take homogeneous things or
Mm,
pure
pure,
pure
pure substances.
pure sub-
Okay, pure substance.
pure substance.
Okay, what is that all the process called?
What man?
That process where we need the electrodes and the salt and the battery and the wire and the
Electrolysis.
yes,
Electrolysis.
electrolysis. Yes, very good. Electrolysis. That is called electrolysis. Okay. So any doubt?
No man.
Okay, shall we end here?
Yes.
Sure.
What man?
You sure? Shall we end here for today?
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
Okay, look at your notebook and revise it.
Okay, ma'am. Now
Yes, now. Whatever we have done today, give it a quick revision. I want you to revise it one more time, whatever you got time before going to sleep or whenever.
okay ma'am. I revised. I wrote very less. Okay.
What very less?
I'm telling that I covered everything in the pictures more than writing.
Okay, you took the screenshots.
No, I drew the pictures.
Okay. Okay, Harshika. Bye bye. Tata.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.